Howdy folks. I think the rain has temporarily stopped. It has been a cold, damp morning, but a beautiful day, at least in the Pacific Northwest anyways. And I am trying out some awesome new liners. These are actually some heated gloves. So my hands are toasty warm. Got a stocking cap on. Couldn't ask for a better morning, at least on a winter day that is. So we're headed down to the river. I'm gonna set up a shelter. We'll get a stew started. Just got maybe another half mile or so to go. All right, I think we're gonna call this home for today. I'm gonna get a tarp shelter set up just in case the rain starts up again, and then we'll start cooking. It turned out to be just a gorgeous day. I think I've been out for maybe 2 hours now. I'm going real slow and easy. I had no intention of getting a lot of miles in. I just wanted to get out of town and get a little bit of peace and quiet. And I've got the whole place to myself today, so this has been fantastic. So I'm also trying out some new gloves that I was sent. These are from Savor Heat. I'll leave a link in the description of them, but these are some awesome little heated liners. Now, I was a little resistant to try them out just because I don't wear a lot of gloves. As you guys know, I use the one-size-fits-all stretchy gloves, and that seems to be my go-to for just about everything. But recently, on the last few of my outdoor adventures, my hands have started getting a little colder than I like. So when the folks from Savor Heat reached out and asked me if I wanted to try these gloves, I was like, absolutely. So far, they're proving to be really nice. The battery bank is a little bit bigger than I would really like on a daily pair of gloves. But if you're into outdoor activities in the winter time, if you're a skier or a snowboarder, these might be a great option for you. They are liners, so they fit right inside of your regular gloves or mittens. And I'm finding I've had the batteries running for, well, about 2 hours now. They're still nice and toasty warm. And I guess we'll see how long they last. But I am going to pull them off before I set up the tarp shelter. These are a little large for me. I've got child-sized hands, so it's hard to fit gloves perfectly. But all in all, they've been a great addition for today's hike. But I'm going to get set up. Bear with me. We'll pull out the tarp, then we'll start cooking. Certainly not the Taj Mahal, but it's going to do nicely for our purposes today. The rain has just started to pick up again, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's a little bit of thunder in the background too. So I'm sorry for the bad audio, but it is what it is. It's what happens when you're filming on the cell phone. Today I'm going to be using our Firebox, and we're going to cook up just a good hearty potato soup. I thought, what better way to have a nice cookout on a cold winter day than something nice and rich and creamy like potato soup. So bear with me as I try and remember how to put this thing together. I haven't used it in several months. And then of course I'll have to go do a little foraging and try and find some dry wood. was a lot harder than it should have been. That's what I get for forgetting to bring a lighter today. The problem with wet wood is it is smoky. So once this gets a little bit warmer, hopefully some of the smoke's going to dissipate. But at least I won't have to worry about mosquitoes. So pretty easy ingredients. We got a Brussels sprout. Add a little bit of extra flavor and some coloring. A bunch of my baby potatoes that I love so much. A hunk of celery. I guess it's kind of a pantry meal today. Just working on leftovers. Got some spice packet that I put together this morning. And then to thicken it, ordinarily when you're doing a potato stew, you'd want like a heavy cream. But instead, we're going to go a little overboard. We're going to use some cheesy mashed potatoes and some powdered milk. And that'll just make it that much richer and creamier. Trick is we're going to just transfer all of the veggies in there and try not to dump it. Just let all of that cook down, soften up, then we'll add in the rest of the ingredients once there's a little more space. My chair sunk. That's better. Hey, this has been a very long week. A good week, but a very long week. And today is exactly what I needed. It's nice to end your week with a little bit of a nature retreat, kind of an escape. Give you a chance to hit that reset button, bring yourself back to center before you kick off Monday morning. And it is proving to be a beautiful day. We're sitting at about 11 o'clock now. There's actually some sun breaks starting to happen through the clouds. I think that little bit of rain might have passed us. Not quite brave enough to pull the tarp down just yet. Because with my luck, as soon as I bring it down, the rain's going to come back. And this little twig burner is a lot of fun, but it is not very good when it's raining. Those potatoes are getting nice and soft. I'm going to go ahead and add in the powdered milk and some of the cheesy mashed potatoes just to start to thicken up our soup a little bit. Like I said, this is kind of a pantry meal today. Just using a bunch of the leftovers that I've had in the refrigerator and in my food bag to make a nice hearty stew. Just toss in a little bit of our pre-mixed seasoning. That looks good. Hot. That is delicious. Those creamy mashed potatoes really add just a lot of extra flavor and kick to this stew. That's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and eat up, and I know you folks don't want to watch me just sit here and eat, so I'll catch up with you in a couple minutes. Right, well, dishes are done. Gonna dry things off, pack up our camp, try and pull this tarp down and see if I can get it to fit back into that tiny little bag. Then we'll head back out onto the trail to wrap up our adventure. Well, all right, folks, I am all packed up and ready to go. And just in time, because the raindrops are starting to fall again. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by and checking me out. I try and upload new content every Wednesday. Sometimes it's a hit and miss, but I'm getting on a more consistent schedule. If you're looking for outdoor adventures, some bushcraft cooking, or just some good old-fashioned trail tips, this is the channel for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next week. So until next time, folks, I hope to see you out there on the trail soon. Let's go for a walk.